Hi, this video is about literal equations, what they are, and how to solve them. Let's get started. You'll notice the very first thing that we have on our notes is some practice for the ACT. And the first question asks us, what is the value of x when 2x plus 3 equals 3x minus 4? All right, by asking us what is the value of x, it's really just saying solve for x. This question is worded this way simply to see if you can figure out what to do. What does it mean by what is the value of x? All right. We discussed solving equations before. I'm not going to go through this, but that is what it wants. B. This one asks, what is the denominator of your solution? When taking a test, any test, especially the ACT, look at what it is actually asking you for. So you want to find out that x equals what, but you don't want the entire answer. I just want the denominator. So I'm going to end up with an answer x equals something over something. They're just looking for the denominator. So this is testing not only are you paying attention, but two, do you know what the denominator is? Remember, the denominator is the number on the bottom. Once again, we're not going to go through this. You all can solve an equation. Let's go down and let's get into what is a literal equation. A literal equation is an equation. Oh, I don't know if you all can hear my air conditioner just kicked on, but ignore it. An equation without any numbers. You'll also hear this called a formula. All right, this is something that we plug numbers into later, but we can manipulate it for our own devices so that it's solved for whatever variable we need it to be solved. A big tip on how to solve, some things that people find very helpful, plug in numbers. Some people find it helpful to plug in numbers for some of the letters because it's easier for them to move numbers around. Personally, I don't do this, but if that helps you, go for it. Let's scroll down to our example so we can see exactly what a literal equation is and what we're wanting to do. All right, first one. A equals L times W, and we want to solve it for L. You recognize this formula? Yeah, it's the area formula for a rectangle. Area equals length times width. Well, we want to solve this for L. This would be used, for example, if I have a word problem that says my area of my rectangle is this, I know my width is this, how long is it? All right, so in order to do this, we want to get our L isolated all by itself. So we look, what is on the same side of the equal sign as the L? Well, in this case, it's our W. How do we get rid of the W? Well, we do the opposite. L is being multiplied by W. So in order to get rid of the W, I do the inverse. The inverse of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by W. All right, so LW divided by W. My W's cancel out. That leaves me with just L on this side. This next part is what usually messes people up. All right, what is A divided by W? Do you know? Can you figure that out? Not without any numbers, right? So we leave it alone. We just say that my answer is A divided by W equals L. That's it. We don't have to go any further. I'm not looking for a number. You're not going to end up with L equals 5 or L equals 2. We're not looking for that. All we are doing here is manipulating our formulas. That's it. There is no actual numbers involved in this. All right, let's look at B. Let's get some more practice on this. I equals PRT. We want to solve this for T. This is the interest formula. Okay, once again, we're solving for T. That means I want T by itself on the one side of the equal sign and everything else on the other side. So I need to get rid of P and R. Well, how do I get rid of P and R? Well, they're being multiplied by T, so I'm going to do the inverse, which means I'm going to divide. So I'm going to divide this side by P and R. I'm going to divide this side by P and R. All right, P and R cancel it over here. That leaves me with just T. What is I divided by PR? Once again, can we figure that out? Do we have numbers? No. So we leave it alone. All right, this is not middle school, guys. We are going to end up with fractional answers, and that is absolutely okay. And sometimes you're going to end up with fractional answers that you can't do anything with. That's okay. Don't freak out. It's perfectly acceptable. So my answer is I divided by PR equals T. That's it. All right, PV equals nRT. Well, this is the ideal gas law. Physics people will recognize this. All right, we want to solve it for T. So how do we solve it for T? You guys probably know this already, right? We're going to get rid of everything over here with it. And since they're being multiplied, we're going to divide it by it. All right. Bear with me, folks. Smart Notebook is being epically weird today. Let's try this again. Divided by n r. There we go. Sometimes if I move too quickly, it can't keep up. All right, so n and r cancel out. That leaves me with just t over here equals pv over nr. All right. This one's a little bit differently. This is slightly different. Y equals mx plus b. You should recognize this as slope-intercept form. We want to solve this for x. So this is going to be a two-stepper. So far, we've only been dividing to get rid of things. But look, I've got addition right here. So how do I get rid of this addition? Well, I subtract it, right? So I'm going to subtract b from both sides. So that leaves me with y minus b equals mx. I still want x by itself, so m is being multiplied by it. I need to divide. So my answer is y minus b over m equals x. And that's it for this page. Let's flip it over. Looking at the back. Let's look at E. And then for regular algebra, we're going to look at H. Intermediate algebra, as soon as we get done with E, you can move on to your homework. All right, so let's look at this. C equals 5/9 F minus 32. Solve this for F. All right, this is the formula to convert degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit, to convert degrees Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius. We're going to have to distribute this first, or do we? No, we don't. We don't need to distribute this first. We can, but then we'll just end up dividing it back out anyway. So let's just divide it to start with. What do I mean? All right. Anytime we have a fraction, it's being multiplied. We can multiply by its reciprocal to cancel it out. So we're going to multiply both sides by 9/5. Let me show you how this works. Remember, top and the bottom of a fraction, if they're the same, cancel out. And that cancels out. That leaves me with F minus 32 over here. And then 9/5 times C just gives me 9/5 C over here. All right, I want F by itself. That means I got to get rid of this negative 32. So we do the inverse, which is addition. So we add 32 to both sides. So I get 9/5 C plus 32 equals F. All right, intermediate algebra 2 students, you are done. Go find your homework. Regular algebra 2, follow me. Let's do F here. All right, 2x plus 3y equals 6, and we want to solve this for y. All right, this is going to be another two-step equation. So first, we want to get rid of this 2x. So I'm going to subtract it from both sides because it's being added. It's got a positive sign in front of it, an imaginary positive sign, but it's there. So subtract 2x from both sides. So I get 3y equals, now your instinct is going to be to say 6 minus 2x, but properly you should put your x term first and then put your constant second. So let's do that. Minus 2x plus 6. And then I still want y by itself, so 3 is being multiplied. So we're going to divide both sides by 3. All right, so I get 3. What am I doing? Not 3. I just got rid of my 3's. I get y equals negative 2x plus 6 over 3. Now, the reason this is in the regular algebra 2 video and not intermediate algebra 2 video is I've got one extra step that I need to do here to be completely proper. And what that is I need to split up this fraction. All right. Because I have a common denominator here, I can split this into two pieces. So I can say y equals negative 2x over 3, or negative 2/3 x, plus 6 over 3. Why would I want to do this? Well, do you see right here? 6/3. What is 6/3? It's 2. We can reduce it. We always want our algebraic expressions, we always want our answers to be as simple as possible. So this is 2/3 x plus 2. And this is the answer that we're looking for. All right, that is our lesson for today. Be sure to email me if you have any questions, and good luck with your homework. Bye.